Haha, 3 days until Christmas. It's so much fun. This is cool, you guys, right? Hello and welcome to the 5 days of Christmas movies. I still haven't figured out the title yet, but it's okay. And today we're going to be talking about day 3, which is my third favorite Christmas movie to watch during the Christmas season. Now, again, a caveat is that this is not a list like the best Christmas movies. These are just ones that I like to watch and what my favorite Christmas movies are and the reasoning behind all of that. It's a lot of my opinion. It's actually all my opinion. So, and like I said in one of the previous videos, I actually haven't seen a whole lot of Christmas movies, which is a little bit sad, but it's okay. It's fine. We're gonna keep moving. So in day 3 of this Christmas movie spree that we have going on right now is, this movie is very recent actually in the realm of Christmas movies. It came out a year or two ago. I want to say it was last year. Last Christmas it came out. It's really cute, really heartwarming, and it's a kids movie, so that's kind of what I like. I've figured out that those are my really good movies for me that I just like as kids movies. But the movie is Klaus, and it's spelled K-L-A-U-S. It's a very interesting way to spell Klaus, and I thought it was Klaus for a long time before I actually saw the movie. But this movie is really cute. The reason why I think it's a great Christmas movie is because it's a different take on the origin of Santa Claus. Now, as adults, we all believe that Santa Claus is not real. We all know this to be true. It's just a thing that happens. But to a child, it's completely different. But even as an adult watching this movie, I was really impressed by the way that they demonstrated Santa Claus's love for children in this movie. It really kept the actual material, the source material of what Santa Claus does and what it means to people throughout the world on a basic level, what Santa means to people, and then brings it to a different level, a different plane of creativity and storytelling. That's what I like the most about it, is just that it's a different way of telling a story. The ingenuity behind it is really, really cool and very, I don't want to say new, but it's just a different way of looking at things. And it's actually told from the perspective of the mailman who's assigned to this town. So if you don't know the premise behind Klaus, it's basically about Santa Claus and his beginnings of making toys for children. And so there's this very, very rundown, very depressing town, and the children are always unhappy and fighting and all that kind of thing. But then Claus starts bringing them toys, and there's joy in the world again, and and then the chaos that ensues thereafter. What really separates this movie from other Santa Claus movies is that it's told from the perspective of the mailman, so the guy who doesn't have anything to do with Santa Claus. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And how he sees that bringing joy to children is actually, something to be a part of, something that he can do in his life. And the style of animation. So animation we're normally seeing as more Disney, but there's also very stylistic animation, which is also how Klaus is animated, where the characters are a little bit larger than life or like anatomically incorrect, and they have bigger noses or really, really, really tiny feet. The animation style makes it a little bit more fantastical, and there's more wonder involved in this world that they're building. And so that creates this world that Santa Claus can exist in and also be something that can enact change in these people's lives, in these characters' lives in the story. I think this movie really captures the essence of why Santa does things. This is a Santa Claus movie that captures the heart of Christmas. It's Santa Claus's origin story, told from a different perspective, but it's still the same person. It's the same guy, just a different version of him. What I really like about this is that he's flawed. He has things that he needs to work on. There's some little quirks that he has that aren't exactly just this perfect version of Klaus. But that's what makes this movie great, and what makes it an origin story is because he's just beginning, he's just starting out, and now he's moving on to be the world-renowned Santa Claus that everybody knows and loves. I think the lesson that's learned from this movie is that the magic of Christmas involves giving without expecting anything in return. So the key elements that are in this movie that I think spread across all Christmas movies, but specifically in this movie, so the color that appears when joy spreads and like the gifts start coming out, the color that involves in that, Like, that's totally something that happens around Christmas time in Christmas movies. There's also the change of heart, so the mailman and all the townspeople, the adults, the change of heart that's involved in that is just something that happens in every Christmas movie. Like, the town is one way, and then magic of Christmas, and then the town becomes another way. And then lastly, the Christmas miracle. There always has to be a Christmas miracle in every Christmas movie. It's just a thing that happens, you know? So that was number 3 on my list. Come back tomorrow for number 2 on my list, which is gonna be exciting. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everyone.